when I met Laban, there was just so many things that lined up with how we were compatible.
Okay.
And for me, that was the telltale sign that I had found the person that I was supposed to be with. It felt like it was the male version of me. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, you like this? I like this. You do this? It was so much of that. I'm talking just naturally in your natural state. This is before I knew the Lord. We had conversations. He was from Africa. I was from the Virgin Islands. So our cultural, even though we're different cultural backgrounds, our standards were the same. Our standards of how we view children, our standards of how we view work, our standards of how we view people should carry themselves were the same.
So not just our interests.
Yeah.
Right?
Not just our
there's
interests.
plenty of things that we don't agree. She likes to read, I hate to read.
Yeah.
You know, she likes to write, I hate to write. Like,
I'm not talking interests. Yeah. I'm talking like values. Our values were the same. Our values just lined up. So it was very easy talking to him. I didn't have to feel like I had to hide myself or tuck certain things in, you know, and it was I was having a refreshing conversation with a man for the first time in my life. I felt like, you get me. I get you. You know what I'm saying? Then as we continued talking, we found that there were interests that we had. He was a producer, I was a singer. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that that's going to happen. It doesn't have to be that. But I'm talking about the ease of the conversation. I felt like I was just talking. Now, you got to be mindful, ladies, because sometimes a dude would say something, you would say something, and he'd just, because he's chasing you, you'd find like
everything
really?
You like.
You like that too?
Yeah.
But as he was talking, I just let him talk. He was just talking about himself, talking about things that he was doing. I was finding that it was like magnets to his conversation, to the things that I valued, to the things that I was passionate about, or things like that, without having to say anything.
And I think the way you knew it was genuine is our conversations lasted.
For a long, we would talk for hours.
We could, no matter where we are, when we are, no matter how we feel even, we could kind of always have a very great in-depth conversation. Not surface level, but
nice.
just really,
like, we couldn't go deep. We would talk for hours. If a man could talk to them, we could talk. He'd talk for hours, just so intrigued in what I had to say, so intrigued in what he had to say. And before we were officially dating, we were just getting to know one another. We'd fall asleep on the phone, just talking for hours. And
I don't recommend that though.
But like it was just, the conversation was just so, and it was nothing sensual. Right. He never was like, let me send me a picture of yourself. He was always, he was genuinely interested in what I had to say. First time that I had experienced that, and I was genuinely interested in everything that he had to say. I was fascinated, I was intrigued, I had questions. I wanted to know more about him, he wanted to know more about me, and it was both-sided. That's how I knew that I had found the person that I was supposed to be with. Because even to this day, we're married for 13 years, and we still have long conversations. We could talk for a long time. And that's how I knew that this was the person that I needed to be with. And then he brings me to church, now he brings me into this world of his. And when I came into a relationship with God, God confirmed it in his way. I'm not gonna tell you how, like, go back and read the other things, but then God put his, like, no, this was from me. I'm doing this.